past Saturday at the Manchester Arena in a championship bout broadcast via the streaming app service known as DAZN. Undisputed WBO, WBC, WBA, IBF Cruiserweight World Champion Oleksandr Uysk put his massive collection of world titles on the line against Tony Bellew. The fight wound up being an interesting tactical affair with some flair. Bellew made a strong account of himself, and he seemed to be doing the better work during the early rounds of the contest. Bellew was landing some good lead rights, and he was preventing Uysk from establishing any type of favorable rhythm. But by the midway point of the scheduled 12-rounder, Uysk had seized command of the action, and he was finding his groove and wearing Bellew down. Uysk began landing flush shots with greater regularity, and Bellew was unable to effectively disrupt his attacks. In round 8, Uysk clipped Bellew with a looping left hand that sent him thudding to the canvas and partially through the ropes. Bellew struggled finding his way back to his feet, and referee Terry O'Connor waved it off. It was an 8th round stoppage victory for Oleksandr Uysk, who now has his sights set north with a planned move up to heavyweight. So the big question now is, will Uysk be successful in his move up to heavyweight? Generally speaking, history isn't on Usyk's side here. In recent years, David Haye won a minor world title trinket when he jumped up to heavyweight and beat Nikolai Valuev, and of course the gold standard of cruiserweight champions having success at heavyweight is Evander Real Deal Holyfield. Evander was the undisputed cruiserweight champion, and he moved up to become the undisputed heavyweight champion when he knocked out Buster Douglas. And Evander actually became a 2-time lineal heavyweight champion when he defeated former conqueror Riddick Bowe in the rematch that was made infamous by the Fan Man incident. But for the most part, cruiserweight champions moving up to test their luck at heavyweight, they usually don't succeed at the highest level. Right now we have 3 undefeated heavyweights who each have a legitimate claim to being called world champion. Anthony Joshua is the reigning unified WBA, IBF, WBO heavyweight champion. Deontay Wilder is the reigning WBC heavyweight champion. And Tyson Fury is the lineal heavyweight champion. Usyk is an outstanding fighter, and I have no doubt that he could have some level of success against at least some of the heavyweights ranked in the top 15 to 20 range. Usyk is a highly skilled tactician with a very high ring IQ, good movement, terrific stamina, and a tremendous understanding of range, distance, and positioning. All of this was on display against Bellew, but even more impressively, Usyk also kept his composure when things weren't going his way, and he rose to the occasion by stepping up his game to score the dramatic stoppage. But Usyk also showed a number of weaknesses against Bellew, and you have to wonder how Usyk will hold up if he's being hit flush by guys who are taller with an extra 40 to 50 pounds behind their punches. Wilder is widely viewed as the most technically flawed of the current heavyweight champions, but so far Wilder has been able to make up for that with amazing athleticism, incredible punching power, and raw determination. Fury is widely viewed as the most technically proficient of the bunch, and while Usyk is an amazingly gifted boxer, against Fury he would be facing a much bigger, taller opponent whose understanding of range and distance is just as good as Usyk's. And then we have Anthony Joshua, and AJ is generally viewed as the most balanced and arguably the best of the bunch. With Joshua's blend of skills and power, it's difficult to imagine that Usyk wouldn't face a lot of different obstacles, all of which would be very difficult to overcome. So while I personally have no doubt that Usyk can beat several guys currently considered top 15 or top 20 heavyweights, and while I also think he could probably beat quite a few guys in the current top 10, I admit I have my doubts that Usyk can have the same type of success he had at cruiserweight if he went up against guys like Wilder, Joshua, and Fury. Of course, we're just a few weeks away from the big heavyweight showdown between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. That's coming up on December 1st in a bout that will be broadcast on Showtime pay-per-view, and I'm extremely fired up for this one. I think boxing fans might be in for a real treat here. But make no mistake, I believe Usyk is talented enough that you can never count him out. Usyk's blend of skills, smarts, and determination, I think they make him a threat to any heavyweight. It's just that I think the odds are against him when it comes to squaring off against the best of the best. Although I do believe under the right set of circumstances he could win an alphabet title along the way. Bottom line, even though I tend to believe Usyk will fall short at the highest level in boxing's marquee weight class, he is undeniably a welcome addition to an already interesting heavyweight landscape. And I, for one, cannot wait to see how he figures into the bigger overall heavyweight picture. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and have a great night.